right? If me telling you that your behavior hurts me, or me telling you that I'm sad or something makes you go away, you didn't love me. You don't really care. You really don't care. The person doesn't care. So is that a loss for me? No. I want to be surrounded by people who actually do care about me, who actually care about how I feel, and are willing to do to work with me and to help me out, and because I'm gonna help them out, right? So is it really a loss that your sister, your dad, or your friend actually left? And by the way, we create our reality. So if somebody leaves you, it's a part of you that didn't want to be there anyway. And the universe, right? The universe will work on your behalf. So if you have a friend and you don't like them, or even you're going on a date and you're like, the guy in my head, you're going in your head's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Well, that person's gonna go and they will reject you or abandon you, whatever. But it's because you didn't want to be there, so the universe took the trash out. I don't like to say trash because people are not trash, but the trash took itself out. You didn't have to say, oh, I'm sorry, we're not compatible. No. But now if you stop seeing people leaving your life as a rejection and that I'm not good enough, then you'll be very happy that people leave, because like, oh, I didn't want to be there anyway. I didn't want to go to that place. Oh, look at that, they canceled. Yeah, because you didn't want to be there. So you're the main character of the universe, of your universe. So the universe will have something for the other person to actually cancel on you, because you didn't want to be there, so you don't have to tell them. Same thing with people leaving. But if you are, I like to talk about how emotions are like a building. So there's a frequency. Everybody started at the ground level. You're gonna meet people who are gonna come with you. Your goal is to get to level 10 of like love and bliss, okay? So you're like in the depressed part. You're meeting people, get in the elevator, and then they get off on ground 1. Then you don't see them anymore. You got somebody coming on from ground 2, and then they're joining you until ground 6. And then you got again somebody coming in, right? So people just where they need to go on their level. So when they leave, for example, her sister, we had a falling out, but just because one of you was healing, was vibrating at a higher rate, so the person got off at the elevator. Or you got off and the other person moved up, right? So the universe has to give you a reason to not talk to the other person, but that's your brain who wants to justify why we're not a match anymore. It's just your energies are not a match. And so when you start feeling some discord between two people, it's your energy actually, no, one is leveling up, and that conflict or whatever is for you to either go within, heal so that you can level up with the person, or you're gonna stay on your level and attract new people, right? And go on your own elevator. And then when you're a match again, if you're a match to talk to your sister or your friend again, you're gonna have done your work in a different elevator, and we're on the same path now, right? So people who are meant to stay in your life, they will stay in the elevator with you. They're gonna grow. Sometimes they might come out for a second and come back, but see it that way. So it is not a loss if somebody leaves your life when you express yourself. Maybe you lose people that you love, but did they love you? Was it always a one-sided thing? Because we don't want that anymore. If you're gonna give love, you want to receive it too. But you gotta love yourself enough to be able to walk away. If you're staying in a relationship because you don't want to be alone, you don't love yourself enough, because you're gonna tolerate how people treat you according to how you treat yourself. So if you don't love yourself, somebody is gonna be there saying, "Oh my God, you're ugly, but I'm gonna still hang out with you." Right? They're gonna put you down, but are still gonna choose to be there. You're gonna allow them. You're gonna allow them to mistreat you because at least they're not ignoring you, right? That's better than you ignoring yourself. And so that's one thing that, as you heal and you see your own love and your own worth and you respect yourself, people who are gonna even just say one thing that's like out of alignment to who you are, you're gonna be like, fuck that shit. I don't even want to talk to you. And so this is why you don't lose people that you love, they lose you. You're the main character, you're the prize. Put yourself on a pedestal. And as you put yourself on a pedestal, you're giving people a chance to put themselves on a pedestal too. It's not I'm better than you and you stay down. It's I'm gonna see myself up. And then that energy is gonna bring people up as well. It's all energy. And then everybody's gonna see themselves and love themselves for who they are. And then you're gonna attract more people who put themselves on the pedestal. And then we're gonna be a match to everybody loving themselves and being authentically themselves. So, right, she was saying how people abandon her because they don't know her. But how could people know you if you're not being your true self? She didn't know who she was either, right? I feel misunderstood means I misunderstand myself, because she was pretending, right? In the end, why was she misunderstood? Because people didn't know her, because she was pretending to be someone else. When we go see what the core belief is and what's the core wound, we can see why this is happening. Anyway, so after working on this, she's like, yeah, I do feel understood now, because she understood herself. And she was able to give herself value. Like, oh my God, it is amazing. I am not like them. This is good. And you can say, I'm not like them. Are they people you want to be like your brother and sister? Are they people who have a behavior and values that you actually want to be like them? If no, then it is not an issue to not be like these people. Like, seriously. There are people who are super popular, especially in like high school and, you know, who are in cliques. And I did talk to someone. I was talking to someone who was wearing outfits because it was cool. That's what people do in here in this town. That's what people, right? And it's like, I don't find it pretty, but I'm still wearing it because it's cool. That's the cool thing to do. That's not him being authentic. If you're doing something, and I even saw a TikTok video where the guy's like, yeah, no, he was like in the cool clique, but he didn't like who he was. But he'd rather be in the cool clique, not liking himself, than being alone. Right? So don't go like, oh my God, they're so popular. A lot of them don't actually love themselves, and they're there just so that they're not alone. Sorry, there's a bee outside. I'm just like. So after that, she's like, oh, I do feel understood, which is a 0, and I feel guilty is a 0. We were able to buzz that 0. And then so we just went with whatever was left, which the I feel sad, which was a 4 out of 10, sorry. And I feel sad because we add the feel sad. I still feel sad because I've always felt sad. And I've always felt sad because I did not know how to be happy. And I felt I did not know how to be happy because I can't remember how. And then I said, well, every day that you choose something that you love is you helping you being happy. Every time you look to be satisfied, right? If right now your choice is to go do the dishes or go for a nap, which one makes you the happiest? Which one is the most satisfying for you? The nap or the dishes? Going to play with your kids or doing the dishes? Like choosing something different or doing this? Because every single moment you have a choice to be happy in the choice you make. Do I want to eat the jello or the chocolate pudding? Which one makes me the happiest at the moment? Hello, little bee. Hi. Ah, I'm sorry, there's a bee. It's okay, it's okay. I do have a flower. I'm a very flowery today. I'm very flowery. So I said, to make you happy, it's not just one big thing. It's the little choices, here or that, this or that. And she's like, oh my God, for her, there was a big breakthrough. I've been looking for the big happiness, like the big amount of money and the big this and the big that. And she was dismissing all the little ones. So every time she makes a little bit of money, she's like, yeah, it's not, no. I want the big money. I want the big jackpot, because all the little ones don't count. Every time she would have a little bit of happiness, it didn't count. So when she's like, oh my God, for her that was a breakthrough. She's like, oh my God, that's what I've been doing. Oh, I've been dismissing all the little ones. And she said, oh my God, I don't feel sad anymore. I can choose, right? You get to choose. If that in that moment you'll choose the sadness of the happiness. And so she's like, oh my God, it's gone. And then everything is at 0. Frustration was a 6 was to 0. Guilt was a 4 to 0. Sadness 4 to 0. Feeling stuck was a 7 to 0. Feeling misunderstood went from an 8 to 0. And she's like, right, the goal is to feel relief. Now all our struggle were relieved already. And the next day she messaged me, because I said, do feel free to message me what you manifest. She's like, oh my God, I already have one sale. I have one sale on my website. This is happening, man. I'm going there, and I've never felt that much joy. That was the next day. She's like, oh my God, I can actually see it, and it was so good. So if you want to have the same kind of relief in your life, message me and we can work. I do text and video calls, and it's my pleasure to help you feel that relief. Cheers.